Maybe you've been struggling so long that you've forgotten what hope feels like. But hear me clearly, your struggle is a season, not your identity. God isn't asking you to carry this forever. He's asking you to trust Him one more day. Don't get comfortable living in God's peace while you're trying to be led out of it at the exact same time. Your story isn't over. Welcome back, beautiful people. I hope that you guys are having a great week so far. If you are new here, my name is Jonathan, and I like to talk about my testimony with God and personal growth. Um, if you would like to support me, the best way to do that is leave a like, maybe even subscribe. It is free. You can always unsubscribe if you want. And yeah, today's topic is going to be the struggle with struggling. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get started. What if the biggest struggle in your life isn't the problems you're facing? What if the struggle is the real struggle? That it's just being comfortable with struggle. Some people just go through difficult seasons, they begin to identify with them. They expect disappointment, they expect failure, they expect life to be hard. But God didn't create you to live trapped in a survival mode. Today we're talking about the struggle with struggle and how God wants to break that life cycle. I hope you guys are ready for this one and buckled in because this is a very good and intense one for today. And I will see you guys along the journey. We'll be right back. Alright, guys, so today's first bullet point is going to be really based on Romans 12:2, where it says, do not conform to the patterns of this world. Be transformed by renewing of your mind. Many people have struggled so long that struggling becomes part of who they think they are. And they stop expecting God to move because they've become failures with pain or just real familiar with it. God wants to renew your thinking before He changes your situation. If we really look back at it, it's like self sabotage, where no matter what you go through, you find a reason to not be okay. It's like you're finding a reason to just continue to fight. And based on back and forth, based on life experience, based on me actually doing this to myself, I would say that this is a very common thing that I used to do. And I feel like sometimes I still do it. Because why be so happy if I'm so used to struggling? It feels like if I'm not struggling, I'm not growing. But how am I going to continue to grow if I put myself in that situation? Shouldn't I grow with happiness instead of growing with frustration? It's something that I've wrestled with a long time, and I'm telling you now that reviewing it makes things different. It opens my eyes. And I love it, but it's still something that I need to work on. And to be 100% authentic, I'm not perfect, and I can always work on it. Now, bullet point number two is, of course, right? God calls us to trust, not just survive. Based on Isaiah 43:19, it says, see, I am doing a new thing, now it springs up. Do not perceive it, or do you not perceive it? The enemy wants you to force your current struggle. God wants you to force what He's creating next. You may be in a difficult season, but what if the season does not define your future? That's crazy, right? Thinking that the season that you're going through right now doesn't define your future. It's like playing Monopoly, really. You have a plan all set up, and you know that as long as you take that next turn, you're a little closer to it. But when you finally get there, you decide to self sabotage. God didn't create confusion. He didn't bring confusion, and the enemy just wants you to continue to struggle. And in that game, you will struggle a lot if you're trying to do everything all at once. It's like no matter what you do, you're just trying to make sure that you do this first, you do that first, you do this first. But at the end of the day, you just want to make sure that you make others struggle when in fact you're making yourself struggle. We're not in the 1950s anymore. We don't have to force or fake things. So when you go through your process, you go through steps of being better. Be better. Life is set up so that you can be unperfect, but you don't have to continue in that life every single day. All right, guys. So we are going to finish up here with this last clip for today. Again, if you have enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like. It really helps out the algorithm to reach the right people. All right, let's finish up for today. Maybe you've been struggling so long that you've forgotten what hope feels like. But hear me clearly. Your struggle is a season, not your identity. God isn't asking you to carry this forever. He's asking you to trust Him one more day. Don't get comfortable living in God's peace while you're trying to be led out of it at the exact same time. Your story isn't over. This process doesn't mean that you have to struggle every time. Every single thing that you go through doesn't mean you have to struggle. But you can get through it. You can get through it with passion. You can get through it with Christ. You can get through it with praying. You can get through it without having to put yourself in a bad situation every time. Don't let the enemy tell you, I have to struggle to know that I'm growing. Alright, guys. Well, I hope that you guys have a great week. God bless you guys. I love you so much. If you ever need to reach out, my links are in my bio. Be safe and see you next time.